Welcome to the USA Suspects, where we unseal history's most terrifying cold cases. In 1587, 115 Englishmen, women, and children landed on Roanoke Island. 3 years later, when supplies finally arrived, the entire settlement had vanished into thin air. No bodies were ever found, no signs of battle were left behind, and no graves were ever dug. Only a single cryptic word carved into a wooden post remained to whisper their ultimate fate. Today, on the USA Suspects, modern forensic technology and hidden maps threaten to finally solve America's oldest mystery. To uncover what happened, we must examine the high-stakes political gamble that established the colony. Sir Walter Raleigh financed the expedition to establish England's first permanent foothold in the New World. He selected Governor John White, a skilled artist and cartographer, to lead the civilian expedition. Unlike previous military ventures, this group included women and children, intended to build a lasting community. Among them was White's pregnant daughter, Eleanor Dare, and her husband Ananias. On August 18, 1587, Eleanor gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. But the colony was plagued by immediate crises: low food supplies, poor soil, and rising tensions with local tribes. Relationships had deteriorated following a violent encounter by a previous English military detachment years earlier. Only one local chieftain remained a steadfast ally to the English, Chief Manteo of the Croatoan tribe. Chief Manteo had traveled to London previously and served as a crucial translator and cultural bridge. Desperate for emergency resupply, the colonists begged Governor John White to return to England immediately. White reluctantly agreed, promising to return with ships packed with grain, livestock, and tools within months. Before departing, White established a strict security code with the colonists in case they were forced to relocate. If they left Roanoke Island, they were to carve their destination into a prominent tree or fort timber. Crucially, if they were in danger or under attack, they were instructed to carve a Maltese cross above the name. In late August 1587, White set sail for England, expecting to return to his family by early spring. But as White arrived in London, history intervened with catastrophic force. King Philip II of Spain launched the massive Spanish Armada to invade the English mainland. Queen Elizabeth commandeered every ocean-going vessel in the realm, impounding White's relief ships indefinitely. For 3 agonizing years, Governor John White was stranded in England, unable to reach his family. Finally, in August 1590, White secured passage on a privateer vessel bound for the West Indies and Carolina coast. On August 18, 1590, his granddaughter Virginia Dare's 3rd birthday, White reached Roanoke Island at last. As night fell, White saw smoke rising above the trees and sounded trumpet calls across the water, but no answers came. The shoreline remained wrapped in complete, terrifying silence. At dawn, White stepped onto the beach and marched directly toward the Roanoke Island settlement 1590th settlement site. What he discovered sent shockwaves through the rescue party and baffled historians for 4 centuries. The houses had been neatly dismantled, not burned or destroyed, indicating an orderly, planned departure. Heavy iron cannons, bars of lead, and large oak storage chests had been buried in nearby sand dunes. White found his own personal belongings, art supplies, books, and maps, looted and ruined by rain. Then, White approached the main entryway of the palisade fort wall. Carved into a bark-stripped post at eye level was the single word, C-R-O-A-T-O-A-N. On a nearby tree along the beach path, the letters K-R-O were hastily carved into the trunk. White searched frantically for the agreed-upon signal of distress, the carved Maltese cross. There was no cross. According to the code, the colonists had moved voluntarily and were not under attack. Croatoan was the name of the island 50 miles south, modern Hatteras Island, home to Chief Manteo's people. White ordered the ship's captain to set sail for Croatoan Island immediately to locate his family. But a fierce Atlantic hurricane slammed into the coastline, snapping anchor cables and threatening to wreck the ship. Low on fresh water and supplies, the privateer captain refused to navigate the shallow barrier reefs in storm conditions. The ship was forced out into open ocean, blowing east toward the Azores and eventually returning to England. Governor John White never secured another expedition. He died years later, never knowing his family's fate. For over 4 centuries, researchers at the USA Suspects have evaluated 3 major historical theories. Theory 1, the massacre hypothesis. Did a hostile tribal coalition wipe out the settlers? Decades later, Jamestown leader John Smith claimed Chief Powhatan boasted about slaughtering the Roanoke colonists. Powhatan allegedly showed Smith an English iron hatchet and brass beads as proof of the attack. But modern forensic historians at the USA Suspects cast heavy doubt on Powhatan's claims. No physical evidence or human remains supporting a mass slaughter have ever been uncovered on Roanoke Island. Theory 2. The Spanish attack. Did Spain's military forces locate and destroy the Protestant colony? Spanish archives confirm Florida's governor sent a warship in 1588 to locate and eliminate Raleigh's settlement. But Spanish records reveal they found the fort already abandoned when their landing party arrived. Which brings us to Theory 3, assimilation and survival. Did the colonists integrate with local tribes? The clue Croatoan indicated their intended destination, the territory of Chief Manteo's people. Facing starvation, the colonists likely split into smaller factions to maximize their chances of survival. One group likely traveled south to Croatoan Island, while another faction moved inland to the mainland bay. Early 17th century European explorers reported meeting Native Americans in the region with startling characteristics. Explorers noted indigenous individuals with gray eyes, light hair, and fluency in English custom terms. The Hatteras Indians maintained oral histories, claiming their ancestors were white people who arrived on a boat. In 2012, groundbreaking forensic evidence reignited the cold case investigation at the USA Suspects. Researchers at the British Museum re-examined Governor John White's hand-drawn 1585 La Virginia Pars map. Using multispectral imaging, scientists discovered 2 paper patches applied over sections of the map. When backlit, a secret symbol hidden beneath one paper patch became clearly visible for the first time. The hidden symbol depicted a planned inland military fort located 50 miles inland at the junction of 2 rivers. Why was the fort symbol deliberately covered up with a patch? Was it to keep the location secret from Spanish spies? Archaeologists immediately mobilized to survey the exact inland coordinates highlighted on White's map. The location, designated Site X in Bertie County, sat on a high bluff overlooking Salmon Creek. Lead archaeologist Dr. Eleanor Vance began carefully excavating undisturbed soil layers at Site X. What her team discovered confirmed that Elizabethan settlers had lived at the site. Archaeologists uncovered fragments of borderware pottery, a distinct English ceramic manufactured strictly in the late 1500s. They recovered an iron tenterhook used to stretch wool cloth, an aglet used on Elizabethan clothing laces, and gun flints. Crucially, these artifacts were found buried directly beneath layers containing 17th century colonial items. The soil stratigraphy proved these items were used at Site X prior to 1600, the exact time frame of Roanoke. The artifact concentration indicates a small family-sized group of English colonists relocated to Site X and lived alongside indigenous allies. Meanwhile, another archaeological team focused on Hatteras Island, the original site of Croatoan. Excavations at the native village site uncovered a stunning array of late 16th century European trade goods and personal items. Archaeologists recovered a sword hilt, copper rings, lead shot, and fragments of German stoneware drinking jugs. Most remarkably, they discovered a slate writing tablet complete with an iron stylus used for drawing and writing. Slate writing tablets were high-value items carried almost exclusively by educated Elizabethans, like Governor White's family. These artifacts were not found in a battle context, but mixed directly into domestic Native American trash middens. This physical evidence strongly supports integration. The colonists lived, ate, and shared technology with the Croatoan people. To complete the forensic puzzle, scientists at the USA Suspects turned to modern human genetics. The Lost Colony DNA project was launched to analyze descendants of local tribes and early regional settlers. Geneticists sampled DNA from modern Lumbee and Hatteras family lineages carrying unique historical surnames. Surnames matching original Roanoke colonists, such as Dare, White, Harvey, and Cage, persist in regional family trees. Genetic analysis revealed distinct European haplogroups present in indigenous family lines dating back over 4 centuries. The genetic data provides compelling biological proof that English survivors merged with local Native American populations. We can now reconstruct the tragic, triumphant timeline of America's lost pioneers with forensic clarity. In late 1587, facing acute famine, the colony made a strategic, rational decision to abandon Roanoke Island. Following their pre-arranged security code, they carved Croatoan onto the fort post to direct Governor White. They left no cross of distress because there was no violence. They were moving to safety with trusted allies. The main group traveled south to Croatoan Island under the protection of Chief Manteo. A secondary detachment traveled inland to Site X at Salmon Creek, establishing a secondary agricultural stronghold. Over the passing decades, as rescue ships failed to arrive, the English settlers fully adapted to indigenous life. They married into local tribes, shared metallurgy and agricultural skills, and raised generations of mixed heritage children. The lost colonists were not slaughtered, nor did they perish in the ocean. They simply became Americans. Their bloodlines continue to flow through descendants living across North Carolina and the American South today. Modern archaeology and forensic science at the USA Suspects have finally stripped away 4 centuries of myth. The story of Roanoke is not a tale of supernatural horror, but an epic saga of human resilience and cultural unity. When pushed to the brink of extinction, 2 distant cultures came together to survive in an uncharted wilderness. The carved letters Croatoan were not a final desperate cry for help, but a clear signpost of hope. The mystery that baffled kings, historians, and investigators for 400 years is finally solved. The USA Suspects will continue to uncover lost archives, unseal classified files, and bring cold truths to light. Every artifact recovered brings us one step closer to understanding the true origins of our nation. What do you believe is the most compelling piece of forensic evidence in the Roanoke investigation? Was it the secret map patch at Site X, the writing slate at Hatteras, or the DNA evidence? Drop your theories and comments below. The USA Suspects team reads and responds to every single insight. If this forensic deep dive brought historical truth to light for you, smash the like button right now. Subscribe to the USA Suspects right now to unlock our complete vault of unsealed American crime archives. Turn on all notifications so you never miss an unsealed cold case documentary drop on our channel. Click the playlist on your screen to explore more unsolved historical mysteries and forensic investigations. Your support allows our investigative team to analyze new forensic samples and unseal forgotten history. Special thanks to our historical consultants, archaeological partners, and forensic research teams. Stay curious, question accepted history, and keep searching for the truth behind cold cases. The lost colony of Roanoke will forever stand as a monument to human adaptability and endurance. Thank you for watching the USA Suspects. Stay vigilant, and we will see you in the next case. Good night from the unsealed archives of the USA Suspects.